Hey everyone, Josh from Champion Media. This is our series on WordPress basics. Now I'm trying to keep these videos down to as short a time as possible. Today's video is about how to post a new post on WordPress. As I said, it's going to be the absolute basics, and today that's what we're going to deal with. Once you're logged in and you are in the back end of your WordPress installation, you'll see your dashboard here. There are two different ways to get to a new post. Okay, the first is hover over here onto this menu. On the left where it says posts, that's logical. If you click all posts, you'll get a list. If you click add new, you'll get a screen where you can add a new post. Simple as that. The other way you can do it, and this is the way I prefer, is to head up here to this top menu where you have a plus new button, and that drops down a menu of things that you can create a new one of. Today, we're going to click on post, and that's going to be our new post. So that's going to load this add new post screen. Now, the first thing I'll say is that everything here is intuitive if you give it time. Okay? When you look at this screen, the first thing it asks you to do is enter a title. That's fairly straightforward. So we're going to enter a title. That's done. The next thing you will see is this content editor. Okay? The content editor is where you write what you're going to post as your blog post. Okay? There you go. This is content for a blog post. Now, obviously, you'll have a lot more writing than that, but that is where you put what you want your post to say when it's published, okay? Ignore everything else up there for the meantime. It isn't important. Please make sure, though, that you have visual selected. Text is coding, okay, and it's not necessary for beginners. You just need to stick with the visual tab, and you need to write in there what you want your post to say. The other thing we can do in this visual content, which someone at the beginner level would need to know, is we can add a photo. So if we head up here to this Add Media button, we click Add Media, it will bring up a box such as this one, which will allow you to either add photos, audio, and video that you already have uploaded to your server, which is the media library, or we can upload a file. Simply click on the Upload Files tab, and you can either drag and drop from File Explorer or Mac Finder into this space, or you can click on Select Files. It will open that up for you. You go and find the file you want to upload. You click on it, and then you click Open. It will then start uploading that file, as you can see up here in this progress bar. Once it has been uploaded, it will then show you a preview in the box that's been selected here. Okay, there we go. There's a preview of the file we just uploaded. It is selected. You can add details such as a caption, alternative text, or a description in these boxes here, and then we click Insert into Post. There it is. Wonderful photo I took of a Willie Nelson record that I'm trying to sell. Okay. So I think that looks a little bit big. So I'm going to click on the photo, as you just saw me do there. It will bring up some editing tools just above it here. You can choose where to align using these buttons. You can click that to edit the information, such as the caption and the alternative text, or you can grab one of these little boxes at the side, click and hold, and drag down to make it a little bit smaller. Okay, give that a go yourself. Takes a little bit of, doesn't really take any practice. It's really quite simple. That'll reduce the size of the photo. Bob's your uncle. Moving on, we now have text and a photo in our content that's going to be published. Underneath the content editor, there's a lot of things that can appear here. You can control what appears here by clicking at the very top on screen options. That will drop down all of the possible boxes that can be displayed within this post. Okay? Clicking or unclicking those will mean they are shown or not shown in this add post screen. I'm not going to change any of that right now. The only ones I want to talk about for a beginner level post is the excerpt, in which you can write information that will be displayed wherever previews of your post are shown on your website. So say you have a blog landing page where there's little cards or tiles of your blog posts shown. That is somewhere that your developer can set an excerpt to be shown rather than the content. Okay, this is what you would like. So it's basically a preview of what the post is about. That is what you will write in there. It's not always necessary, but if that's something you know you're doing, that's where your excerpt goes. The next most important thing is, without doubt, the featured image. The featured image is usually this last box on the right here. There might be other ones. As I said, you can control those up at the top there. But right now, let's take a deep breath, because I want you to understand that a featured image is a very, very, very important part of a WordPress post. Okay? Wherever your post is displayed, whether it's as a preview, whether it's as the full post on its own page, wherever it is displayed, a featured image will be used. So we must set a featured image. We do that by clicking on that set featured image link there. It will bring up a media selector very similar to the one we used when we inserted the photo into the content. Okay. Either choose one you have here or click upload files and go through the process again. I'm going to choose that same photo that we uploaded a minute ago. Click on set featured image. It will appear here as a preview in this box. Now the featured image is going to be shown, as I said, as the image that represents your post in previews and in the content area on its own page. That'll become clearer in a minute when we look at the preview. Tags, very simple. If this post is about a vinyl record, whoops. See, even us developers aren't perfect. Vinyl LP, that's a good tag if this post is about a vinyl record. Once you've written it in there, you can either add or you can hit enter. Same thing will happen. Then I'm also going to put in record, and I'm also going to put in Willie Nelson, because that's what is in that record. Presuming that's what my post is about, those are the tags. So tags are very simply, what is your post about? Separate them out into 1 or 2 words. And if someone comes to your website and searches, this is what will be used to display their results. Categories are also important. When you have a lot of posts on your website, after you've posted a number of them, you may want to sort them into categories. Fairly straightforward. It's just a archival system. You can then choose on your developer or yourself can then choose on certain pages to only display posts from a certain category. Okay, I have 3 set up for this website. We're going to put this one in publishing just for the fun of it. Don't worry about format. 99% of the time it's going to be standard. When you get a little bit more advanced with posting, you will understand that sometimes you'd like to feature a video or audio in a post. That's when you would choose other formats. For now, standard's going to be fine. Up here, we can do a number of different things in the publish box. We can either save it as a draft if we want to go back to it later and edit it later on. If we're busy, we need to do something else. That's a good way to do it. We click Save Draft. It will then appear in the All Posts menu. We can click Preview to have a look at what it's going to look like. Okay, but we know roughly what it's going to look like here. It's got words, it's got a photo. Whatever your developer has set up the template for your post pages to look like, that's how it'll be displayed. We can make it private. If you click Edit next to Visibility, well, you can make it private. I see no reason why you'd want to do that with a blog post, but you can do that if you want to. And then here is probably the one that we need to know the most about, and that is the publish, when to publish, okay, option. If we click Edit here, if we want to publish it immediately, that's fine. We just click on the Publish button down here. If we'd like to schedule it for later, which I'm going to do, we can put in a time for later today or any other day in the future. Once you click OK there, it will then change this to schedule for, and it will change this button to schedule. Okay, and then rather than publish it immediately, when we click that, it will schedule the post. And that is the completed process for posting a new post on WordPress. I'll go into some of the other elements in other videos, but once this is done, you will see a little message that will pop up at the top here, this will change to add a new post to edit post, and you'll have this message that says post scheduled for this time. It will once again give you an option to preview the post. You don't need to worry about it. You know that now that post is going to be posted at 1 o'clock today. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the absolute whiz through of how you post a new post on WordPress. Thank you very much for listening.